Hey everybody, this is JJ, and right now what I have for you is a really cool multi-purpose item. This is the Grand Trunk double hammock, and we've got it right here. And you guys might be thinking, JJ, you've lost your mind. That's a lean-to shelter, that's not a hammock. Well, actually what we've done is, and one of the reasons that I like the Grand Trunk double hammock especially, is because it uses a bunched end. So the ends aren't all sewn together in the hammock formation. It is essentially a 10.5 foot by a 6.5 foot of parachute nylon. And it's triple stitched along the insides on all the high stress points. So it's nice and strong and durable. It can hold up to 400 pounds. It comes with ropes. We've only used the ropes and equipment that comes with the hammock to set up this shelter. So I think that's pretty cool because it's a multi-purpose kind of item. You know what I mean? I mean, if you, for whatever reason, didn't have another tarp or anything with you to put over the top of your hammock and you had hard rain coming in, you could set it up like this and use that as an emergency shelter. Now, as I mentioned in my other videos, I think personally that it's a really good idea to always have a tent in a bug out bag. In an emergency situation, I think a tent is the best thing to do. But if you're going hiking, if you're just going day hiking or something like that and you need an emergency shelter, then this is going to work pretty good for you. It's not going to work bad at all. And especially if I attach some more 550 cord guy lines and tighten this up and all that kind of stuff, it could be a really, really good shelter. As it is, it's definitely adequate, but it could be a little tighter. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you what this will look like in the hammock formation, and we'll get up in it and all that kind of stuff and talk a little bit more about the benefits of the Grand Trunk double hammock in its proper use. The other thing that you could use this for is the ends. It's nice, they've kind of sewn like a 2-inch or so sleeve where you can run the cord through to bunch it up for the hammock, and you could also run a stick through there, and you could use this thing as a flag, for signaling for rescue. You could also put this into a formation, which I'll probably do in a later video, as an emergency litter or a travois to be able to pull someone out if they broke a leg or something along those lines. You could use this as a food cache to hang food from a tree if you were in a bear-infested area or something like that. There's really just a lot of items that you can use a rectangle piece of parachute for. This happens to be a subdued color, so that might be good in a combat or tactical type environment or whatever. They do have brighter colors as well though, so if you're just using it for recreational use, you might want to get a brighter color to be able to help attract attention, whatever the case may be. So with that, we will go ahead and get going and put this up in the hammock formation. Okay guys, so one of the cool things that they have done with this Grand Trunk double hammock is, like I said, everything is triple stitched and all the stress points and all that kind of stuff. And then here at the end, I don't know if you can see that, they have this nice wide sleeve that runs along the end so that you can bunch up the material together. And what you can do is just take your little nautical grade carabiner. I think that just means it's stainless steel. But anyway, and you can kind of use gravity to your advantage, and you just kind of slide it down in there. And then what I do is I'll just kind of hold that with a pinky, and then I'll just run it through this 6.5 foot as I'm bunching it up here. And so it makes it easy to take it in and out. I mean, if you're going to use it as a shelter like I was showing you earlier or something along those lines, makes it a little easier for that. It basically just makes this piece of material a lot more multi-purpose friendly. So I'm almost done. Just one side here. And there we go. So it's easy to fish through and tie it off. So that's pretty cool. Okay guys, so we're just getting this hammock stretched up here, and there's a couple different ways that you can do this. You could just tie an overhand knot in it and then stretch it up, you know, to where you need it to be and do it like that. Or you could also take and make a loop like this and then fold that loop back up over on the part that's tied to the tree and pull that through. I believe they call this like a marlin spike or something. And we'll stick that through there, and that'll tighten down up against the carabiner, which is nice because then you just slide that out and you don't have, you know, it's not going to stay a knot in that spot, and it'll still, you know, hold weight real well and all that kind of stuff. So that's just kind of one easy way to do the adjustment on these. You'll get quite a bit of stretch when you set these up. This might be a little high yet. Might need to adjust it a little bit once or twice. We'll see. But it's pretty easy to do because all you do is just loosen the knot and you can pull it down. So no big deal. You do want it to be pretty level though, because you don't want, you know, one side higher than the other. You want it to be pretty level. That way you're not sliding out of it in the middle of the night. All right, let's take a look at the other side. Okay, so the hammock comes with all the hardware that you need to hang it. You've got the cordage there on the end. It's plenty strong enough. You've got the carabiner, and then you've got the cordage that bunches up the ends there. And you've got that for both sides. One of the other really good features about this bag, this hammock system, is that you've got the carrying bag built right in it. So it's right there, and you can throw a flashlight in there, you can throw a bottle of water, you know, or anything like that down into the bag. And it's even got, you know, it's got your cinch strap and that kind of thing, and it's sewn right to it. That way you don't lose it, you know, the stuff side. So anyway, let's go ahead and hop into the hammock here. See how it does. Okay, so when you get up into these things, basically all you need to do is just kind of push your weight down onto it and set into the middle of it. It's not going to be real tipsy or anything like that. It's really no big deal at all. Now, one of the things that some people recommend is to not lay in them exactly straight, because you get a little bit more rocking. What they recommend is kind of laying across like this, and they say that makes them a little bit more stable. I don't really think that there's a big difference at all to me, but that's kind of the way some people like it. So it's really kind of a personal preference thing. Now, one of the cool benefits to the double hammock is that you have enough material left over that at night, if you were to lay in it straight, you could basically take this and kind of cocoon yourself in it. So you really wouldn't need a bug net. If you had like a mosquito head net or something, you could leave your head out and just kind of lay back and you'd be fine, you know, and it wouldn't be any big deal. You'd be covered up from mosquitoes and everything like that, especially if you had your sleeping bag and stuff too. So that is kind of a benefit to getting the double one. Plus you got enough material to do a shelter like we did before. Okay guys, you want to come over and hop on this? All right. Tighten her up a little bit, but it's got a 400-pound capacity. Kind of letting the knots stretch a little bit there. So, you know, more than enough. I mean, you could definitely get, you know, 2 regular-sized people in here, or a couple small ones or whatever. Okay, guys. So now, if you were going to go ahead and make this into a, you know, full hammock and shelter, basically what you would do is just take another tarp, and you could stretch it across top of it and tie the 4 sides out. You could do it in a diamond pattern, or you could do it in a rectangle pattern. It doesn't really make any difference. Or if you have a bivy sack, you know, around your sleeping bag or whatever, maybe you can just sleep underneath the stars. It really just depends. So I think these are a really cool multi-purpose item. I mentioned that earlier, and I'd like to stress that because it's only adding 20 ounces to your pack. It's packs down to about 5 inches by about I think 10, inches, so it's not a real huge, you know, thing. I'll show you here in a second. And it only weighs 20 ounces. So you're talking about a little over a pound, and there's just a ton of different things that you can do with this piece of material. And it's a hammock, and it's comfortable, you know. The one thing I will say about hammocks is that some people with back problems, you either will love them or you will hate them. It really just kind of depends. They can be used in all weather and all purpose. You know, it can go in the wintertime, it can go in the summertime. It doesn't make any difference. If you're going to do it in the wintertime, you may want to put like a thermal, you know, air mattress or a foam pad or whatever underneath you. Kind of helps keep you a little bit warmer. But anyway, guys, that's just a real quick review on the Grand Trunk double hammock. It retails for about $65 on Grand Trunk's website. I'll throw the link down here, and it's up in the corner as well. And you guys can go check them out. The link will be in the description below as well. As always, I definitely appreciate it when you click the thumbs up button, when you share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And don't forget to live the 6 Ps. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe, guys. So let me ask you also, what is your favorite multi-use item that you carry in your pack? Let me know in the comments below. See you guys.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking with me. If you've got some time, go ahead and check out one of these 2 videos down here. I think you'll probably enjoy them. Also, while you're here, be sure to go ahead and add me on Google, Facebook, and Twitter. I do a lot of additional stuff on social media, put up a lot of pictures of reviews and videos to come, things like that. And don't forget to subscribe. Put out about 3 videos a week, and I try to mix it up. A little bit of wilderness survival, a little bit of gear reviews, and a little bit of disaster preparedness. Thanks again, guys. See you soon.